Hey everybody, welcome to Bestie Book Reviews. I'm here with my bestie Mandy.
And I'm here with my bestie Jessica.
So today's video is taboo, right? That's what we're doing.
Banned and forbidden.
So we got some of the good stuff for you?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, before we start in with the Rex, what you got?
Well, we would love for you to like, subscribe, and hype our video. We have new giveaways coming really soon, so stay tuned for that. And if you haven't heard me talking all week long, we do have book club coming up, which is Fight by Sloane St. James. That is going to take place on the channel on February 20th at 6 p.m. Pacific. We would love to have you join us.
Okay. Let's talk about some books.
Let's do it.
All right. Well, the first book that I'm going to talk about, I'm going to call it Taboo Light because I was struggling. I had like 4, but finding my 5th was a bit of a struggle. I'm not going to lie. So we're going to call it Taboo Light. But that is Tower by Clare. So the reason why I'm calling it taboo is there is a 20-year age gap between our hero and our heroine, and that comes up several times throughout the book. Now, this is post-apocalyptic, so when it does come up, it's like, well, it would have mattered before, but it doesn't now. But yeah, it does keep getting brought up. So this is about our heroine. So this is like these are her post-apocalyptic fairy tale retellings. So this one is Rapunzel, and this one is about Haley and Levi. So Haley's dad has kept her in their house, locked in their house, trying to keep her safe during this apocalypse. He is known as quite a mean bastard, but he is really good to her. And he has died the night before. Now Haley has watched Levi, who has a road name, but his actual name is Levi. But she has watched him for quite a long time. He goes and sits by this river or lake, I can't remember what it was, every day, and just kind of has some quiet time alone. And so she's intrigued by him. Well, since her dad has died, she now goes to him, and he is definitely older than her, a lot. Like, he's literally 20 years older than her. But she's gone to him, and she's like, look, I need somebody to protect me. I need somebody to keep me safe. I am willing to offer myself as your woman. And you can go back to your clubhouse and tell everybody that you stole me and that you kept me, and we'll, make a relationship out of this. And so that is what they do. And it is very awkward their first time together because it is that later that night, and she's like, let's just get this over with. But there is a little bit of taboo-ness because of the age gap. So we're just going with that. Okay, next. Okay.
My first taboo book is Ice Planet Barbarians.
Are you serious?
I'm kidding.
Okay, I was like, wait a minute.
What could be more taboo than a woman with an alien?
Oh, there's a lot more out there. It's all good.
Let me tell you about one.
Okay.
Our Family Secret by Savannah Brooks.
Okay.
I read this one several years ago because Jessica told me about it, and she's like, I don't know that I want to read it. And so I was like, I'll check it out.
Of course.
Do you remember this?
No.
Conversation, you don't remember? Okay, so in Our Family Secret, we have Matt. Matt married Jane, who already had 2 children, Maddie and Avery. And he knew that she just had her 2 girls and she was not able to have more children. He was okay with that. He marries her, they raise the girls together, and life goes on. The girls are both getting ready to move and go away to college, and this has stirred up a lot of feelings in Matt that he doesn't want the girls to leave and for him not to have his family anymore, and that he doesn't have never got to have his own biological children, and he just kind of is spiraling a little bit. Well, Jane talks to her daughters and they both agree to have Matt's babies. And that is, it's a fairly quick story.
I do not remember this at all, but cool.
There's a lot of stuff that happens in it. It's very taboo.
Okay.
Very wild.
All right. Okay. Well, this next one that I have falls under the forbidden category. So this is Soft Tissue Damage by Lilith Vincent. This is the second book in that Fear Me, Love Me world. She's actually calling it her Deadly Heart series. You do not have to have read Fear Me, Love Me in order to read this book. But this one is about Elena and Cullen. Um, Elena is really struggling. She's college age and she works like 3 jobs just to. So she was not a foster child, but her mother gave her up to her aunts. And these aunts are forcing her to pay them back the money that they invested in raising her, which blows my mind as a parent. I can't imagine doing that. So she owes them all of this money. And hopefully, if she can pay them back, then they will tell her who her father is what she's hoping for. And so she's working around the clock. And so she's working at a diner one night when she has a little bit of a meet cute with Cullen. Her shoelaces, her shoes are untied, and he gets out of the booth and squats down and ties her shoe. They, she kind of has a little bit of a thing for him when he does that. Like that was very chivalrous of him. And then her boyfriend walks in and sits down at the same booth because Cullen is her boyfriend's dad. Her boyfriend is a little bit of a douche canoe. He just is kind of oblivious to like everything, a very selfish guy, but she's with him. Well, Cullen is a single father and he has a toddler as well as this older son, and he is in need of a nanny. He's also a little bit of a stalker. He's also a little bit psycho. He's a lot psycho, honestly. And he finagles it to where she is his night nanny for his little girl so he can get her into his house, because he couldn't take her from his son because that's just the way we roll. Yeah. Yeah. Big age gap. Also,
Okay.
yeah. Okay.
My next book is banned, so you have to go to the author's website to get that, and that is Step Crush by Danny Wyatt. So in this one, we have Bijou and Ramses. And Ramses was Bijou's stepfather. He is no longer. They are both adults. He has been watching her, and he has now decided now is the time. He goes, he attacks, like he kidnaps her, he takes her, puts her in the trunk of his car, takes her to his penthouse where he forces her to marry him. He throws her in a wedding dress and all of that and forces her to marry him, and he keeps her at his penthouse. There are some twists in this though, and I'll just leave it at that. But yes. Oh, I can't switch myself over. What is happening?
I don't know.
Okay, I'll just wait for
I got
you.
it.
There we go.
So, just for curiosity, if it is banned, where do they go to get it?
Oh, well, I did say you go to the author's website.
Oh, did you? Okay, I must have missed that at the beginning. Sorry. Okay.
Unless that part got edited out.
Well, let's hope not, but I don't know. We're not in the editing process yet. So we'll see what happens. Don't know why I would, but okay. Well, the next book I have, I just double checked. You can't get it on Amazon. You have to get this one also from the author's website because this one is banned because it's also a little on the controversial side, but we're still going to talk about it because I still enjoyed it. But I'm also, a little crazy. So this is Keeping Her Under by Miranda Grant. This one is a little unethical, but we just leave that stuff at the door when we read the book. So this is about Summer and Wrath. Summer is in a coma. Wrath is her anesthesiologist who may have made it to where she is in a medically induced coma. Wrath is obsessed with her, his little patient, and keeps her in that coma for a while. And I really don't want to say much more than that. Yes, she does wake up at some point in time, I promise. But he's crazy. He is absolutely crazy, but it's banned because it is a doctor-patient situation, and he is keeping his patient in a coma so that he can do not as much as you think. I promise, not as much as you think. But he does do unethical things, just not fully. What you think?
So my next book is called Tenure by Violet Pierce. This was I think it was a recommended book a while ago on the channel. So in this we have Kiernan. She's a high school student. She's a senior. Her parents are kind of like absentee a little bit. They're like off living their best life somewhere else, doing something else. And so she's by herself at home. And she is taking a college class. She's really, really smart, and she's in a very advanced math class. James is the professor, and he actually kind of, I feel like he delights in making the kids miserable in his class to weed out the ones that he doesn't feel like are up to par for this class. And so he's kind of a jerk to his students. And she challenges him because she actually calls him out on a mistake and things like that. And he is really taken by her because nobody else kind of matches him for where he's at. And he wants her. And so he goes for it and then finds out that she is still a high school student. Dun dun dun.
Dun, dun, dun. Okay. Well, I'm going to see your high school student, and I'm going to raise your dad's best friend for this next one.
As long as it's not brother's best friend.
Nope, it's dad's best friend. No, that doesn't belong in this video. All right. So this one is Mafia King by Kayla Mason. And this is about Marina and Mateo. So obviously there's a mafia. Marina's brother is killed. It's her twin brother who is killed. And in order to make amends, there is an arranged marriage that is developed, that is figured out. There's a marriage that's arranged between her father and his best friend's son. But on the day of the wedding, when the wedding is over, she doesn't come out married to the best friend's son. She comes out married to her father's best friend. And I'm going to leave it at that.
Okay. So you had father's best friend. So how about if we go to sister's husband?
Okay.
So this is part of the Immoral Start series, but you do not have to read. They're not like interconnected. It's just a series. Does that make sense? Okay, this is by B. Shabakin.
Good job.
And it's Delightful Surprises. So Kayla has this vacation fling and she ends up pregnant. She cannot, because it was a vacation fling, she even hires somebody and is not successful in finding the father. She is now visiting, I think it's a cabin. They're going to this cabin for Christmas. So she's there with her mom and her little boy. And her sister is coming and they find out her sister had just gotten married. So they show up and the sister's husband is on his way. The mom and sister go to town. The sister's husband shows up and she is shocked to find out that Beau, her sister's husband, is actually her vacation fling and the father to her son. And things escalate very, very quickly. And they get snowed in, and things continue to escalate very, very quickly.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. All right.
Can you get more taboo or forbidden than your sister's husband?
Yeah, I know.
Do tell Jessica.
Well, I'm gonna give you a priest situation.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, well, kind of. All right, so it's a nun too. So Westbound by Maggie Rawdon is my last recommendation. So this one is book 3 in her Quiet Horseman series. There is an underlining story across all 3 books. I honestly think that if you don't really care about that, you can still read this one without getting that. Their family's just trying to find some relics and some stuff to get back at somebody. But anyhow, this is about Zephyrin and Levi. So Zephyrin is the daughter to I can't remember who's the mayor, whoever he was. He's somebody in town politically who's all high and mighty. And Levi and his family are trying to find a relic that her father has been holding that is a part of their family for quite a while. And so he has gone to this I don't know, do we call it a nunnery? I can't remember what it's called. He's gone to this place where nuns and priests hang out in Germany. And that is where he actually runs into Zephyrin, and he knows exactly who she is. And so he is undercover. He is a really bad boy, but he's undercover pretending that he is a priest in order to find out more information on her and her dad and where this relic could be that he's looking for. And so one day Zephyrin has to give confession. And he has to fill in for somebody who is not available for confession. And he's like, I got no clue what I'm doing, but okay, I'll pretend. And she ends up confessing to him that she has dreams and thoughts about him as a priest, which then just kind of spirals for both of them. And then one day there's an accident that happens where she ends up falling into a lake. She ends up getting really wet, and so does he because he saves her. But then she sees that he has tattoos. And while she knows that priests have a life before they are called to become priests, there's a sneaking suspicion that something is happening. Like there's more to this story. And that's when she ties him to her bed, drugs him to find out who he really is, and then he ends up flipping the switch on her and then kidnapping her and taking her home. So she's there to be a nun. She hasn't taken her vows yet. She's a postulant still. But yeah, for me, it wasn't as crazy taboo. I've said this before because I was raised Protestant. It doesn't hit as much, but I know for a lot of you, it will hit in a very taboo way. So still, you know.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, my last one, I mean, can we do a taboo video and not throw in a K. Webster book? Yeah. So
No.
my last book is Lawn Boys. That's important, by K. Webster. So we have Stephanie. Stephanie's a single mom. Her husband has passed away. Her daughter is 20. Her daughter has a baby. She has kind of felt like she has, you know, she's lived, she's not ready to die when I say she's lived her life, but I hope that makes sense. Like, she's not looking to replace anybody in her life. Okay. So she's happy with the way things are. She's very focused on her daughter and the grandbaby. Well, we have Anthony. Anthony's 18 and he is trying to get an internship at the place that Stephanie works. And then he ends up finagling it to him being her lawn boy in the process. And he shows up with a pretty aggressive maintenance plan that really doesn't include her lawn at all, if you catch my drift. He is the total pursuer in this situation. So we definitely have, oh, I forgot to point out, this is the critical part of this, is Anthony is the same age as her daughter, or maybe a year, or no, I did say he was 18, right? So he's slightly younger than her daughter. I just wanted to point out that she is like twice his age. Okay. Sorry, I got a little tongue tied there and confused myself. But the most important part to know about this taboo book is that I did say lawn boys, not lawn boy.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And nothing can be, I mean, Kate Webster's the queen of taboo. So, all right. Well, there you go. Go find
There
one to
you
read.
go.
Yeah.
Taboo reads to make your day. This was a short and quick video, but there are 10 taboo reads on this one. So
yes, there is.
Go get yourself some taboo reads. And check back on Mondays, Thursdays, and Saturdays for new videos from us, and a lot of times on Wednesdays. Don't forget, we would love it if you have not hit that subscribe button to subscribe, like, and hype our video, and make sure to come to book club if you can.
Yep. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video.